Welcome to the Generation Elevation podcast, a conscious, connected platform for those who are ready to manifest their dream life. I'm your host, Elise Riley, a former PT, now motivational speaker, igniting empowerment and transformation all across the globe. Here at Generation Elevation, we are committed to bringing you the most inspiring guests who will share their stories, wisdom, and advice to help you progress closer to living a life of your own terms. Welcome back to another episode of Generation Elevation. Today's guest that I have with me is such a special friend of mine whom I met last year, and when we met, we just connected straight away. He is a loving father, an innovator, and a conscious creator, and I think he perfectly aligns with the mission of Generation Elevation. So with that said, I would like to introduce to you today my beautiful friend, Diogo.
Here I come. Thank you so much for saying my name correctly.
Thank you for...
Diogo. Everyone calls me Dage. You know this. Thank you so much for putting effort on my name before the video. And yeah, you're right. First time we met, we connect and tell how we met so people can know what is happening in the Gold Coast. Look at the city that we live. Talk about the mega run.
Yes. So essentially, like for me, I was quite new to the Gold Coast during this time. So I was really making an effort to network with people, meet new people, change my environment, you know. So there is a group called the Mega Run, run by this lady, Meg Sutherland.
Yes,
on
my
the Gold
personal
Coast.
Friend, amazing human being, amazing.
Yeah.
Her and her partner, Will, they have my heart. They are changing lives.
Yeah, they are. And so I decided, I'm going to just show up a couple sessions and see if I will meet anyone or, it's a bit of fitness and also meeting new people at the same time. So rocked up. I'm also not a runner, by the way, but we made it work. And for some reason, you really stood out to me. I think just your personality, you're quite loud and you're very yourself and authentic, and you're making an effort to go and speak to everyone. So yeah, for me, I saw you and I was like, I've seen you in a few mutual friends' social medias before. And I think that day I was speaking to a lady named Chloe and you were with Mitch.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
wow.
And you come up to us and you introduce yourself and I said, I'm Elise. And then I said, this is Chloe. And then he was like, this is Elise and this is Chloe. And it was like that little moment for us, right?
Yes.
And so I think I followed you on Instagram and you reached out and we then decided to go get coffee.
I remember
and
this.
then you called me that day and said, Elise, I have a business meeting and I can't get coffee anymore. And so you called me and you're like, do you want to come to my business meeting?
Oh,
do you remember?
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Keep going. What a good memory.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this.
So
now I remember everything.
Thank you for allowing that space for me to say yes. And that was something I spoke about in my story today. Like, in the past, I would have been like, I don't know, and made a decision from a place of fear, like, I don't know you, and so I'm just going to rock up to your business meeting. And you know what? If you do the same thing that you've always done, you're going to get the same result. So if you choose different, if you just leap into that unknown zone, you're always going to get magic. You're going to get something new. And for me that day, it was like, I've never done this before, so I might as well give it a crack and see where I end up.
And you ended up learning a bit more about construction, demolition, project management. I remember, wow, that's so special.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying yes, because what happened is, and this is how a mature person lives, you meet someone and you understand that you're both in different journeys. A lot of times the journeys can be similar in many ways, but doesn't mean gonna be identical. We are like the waves in the ocean. We are unique. Did you know that every single wave, I already spoke this a couple of times, past, present, and future generation, they're all unique. All unique. And they look the same, but they're all unique. That's us, humans. So who knows me knows that I live for a mission that I felt since I was really young, that I have to fulfill many things. For sure, I fell many times in this mission. For sure, I made many, many mistakes along the way. But it's not how we fall, it's how we stand up. because we can fall many times, but we stand up. And many people only fall once and never stand up. So that's one of my missions, to take people by their hands and lift them up. And getting people feeling better once they leave me than before, how they were before. So that's what I believe, that we connected, because wow, I really feel this on you. You're really here to impact, to bring good energy, to be, at least Riley, everyone that knows you knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 100%. And when you were speaking just then, it really reminded me of being the lighthouse for your group, your community, shining your light, letting your light shine, right? We pulled like an affirmation before this, and it was let your light shine. And when you show up, when you be you, your authentic self, you embrace that uniqueness that you are, your individuality within the wave in the ocean, right? When you embrace that, you speak your truth, you share your message, your people are able to find you. And Deej, I believe, like from knowing you and also just how we've connected, that you are someone that is extremely doing this. You are someone that shines so bright wherever you go. Like people are just drawn to you, and it's because of that energy that you portray. You're just so authentically yourself.
Wow, thank you. Wow, that was so nice to receive this compliment. Thank you.
That is why, like, I believe that you are so successful in helping and creating positive change in this world. And I'm really looking forward to witnessing you continue that journey and expand. Like, it only will compound from here.
Wow, my self-esteem right now is really high.
Yeah?
My confidence is really high.
Good.
Because there is a Jewish proverb that says, iron sharps iron. As iron sharps iron, that's how a person must do to one another. So think about it. To make an iron sharper, you need to get both and do you know what that means? Come on, let's go. Yeah. It's happening. Let's dream. Let's keep moving forward. Did you fall? Come on. You are amazing. You're here to shine. You know what I mean? You're saying that I was in that run saying hi to everyone. That is one of my missions. I was never able to be a member of a church. I try really hard. I'm a very unique person. I like sometimes yoga more than church. You know what I mean? Very unique, but I respect how unique I am, and I'm in my journey growing. And once you realize that one of my missions is simply saying the first hello, because I know how many people I already helped in my life in the countries that I lived for only saying hello. My classes at school, everyone knew everyone. Because so I knew it, that it was my mission. I'm the connector. I have a tattoo here, dot to dot. That means connecting the dots. Was the company that I opened with my best friend, Mitchell Orville, because we saw that working together, the qualities that we both had complement one another. And that's what we are. We live in society, so everyone has your mission. Everyone has your part in the body. And the best thing is to know your mission, your vision, and your values. For me, once you know this and who you are in God, that's the new beginning. That's when you're born again.
Yes. I think there's a Mark Twain quote that goes like, the two most important days of your life is the day you're born and the day you find out why.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm curious to know, Deej, because some of my following and listeners may not actually know who you are. So let's get into like, what is your mission? Who are you behind all the brightness, the orange, the light? Like, tell me about your story.
Not everyone asks this.
What are the three like main things that have shaped you to who you are today?
So the first thing that shaped me who I am today was rejection. Rejection for many people around me, including my family. Rejection for being that little autistic boy, or that boy that is not going to grow, or the boy that maybe is gay, and so much more. And that rejection made me understand how sad is when people put one another down and judge one another. How sad is this place of death where you're only there to drag each other down, this darkness. And it told me, I don't want to do this to anyone. Because what made me realize when I saw that I was starting, like when I saw my personality and I saw me and said, oh my gosh, I'm starting to also be this. I'm going to hurt a lot of people on the way. Because hurt people hurt others. So first one, rejection, really made me the man that I am. Second one, being a kid still. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven belongs to the kids. And what is to be a kid? It's not like I never delay one payment in my life. Like all the guys that work with me, they see me as the leader, the man. And I also have other leaders, or we all do everything together, all depend on the type of company. But once you really, really, really get connected and understand, wow, thank you. Thank you, Elise. It's come here. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast. It's so nice to be with someone that you know and put you to think. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. So nice to do it with someone that you know and make you think. So that's the second thing. And the third thing was working hard. Was putting a lot of work. I just realized. Even though it's something that I don't know if I suggest this to someone, I just realized that the 14 hours a day in libraries, or all the night shifts, or all the phone calls, all the meetings, all the emails, all the time that I decided to not go drinking, to not go party, to not go have sex, like to not go and do this. There was no like all my friends knew me. I only played 2 soccer matches. They used to play the whole day. I was very focused. So I believe focus on my mission.
What is your mission?
My mission is to leave people better than once they met. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's hard to say this in English because I know how to say in other languages, but what it is my mission is when someone meets me, is gonna live better than this person was before.
How would you say it in another language?
A minha missão é fazer as pessoas se sentirem melhor do que quando elas me encontraram. Mi missione es para toda la persona della vida mirarme mejor después de me mirar.
Wow. I fully felt that too.
Yes,
like I have
so
no
much.
idea what you said, but I was like, wow.
Oh my
yes.
gosh, thank you.
I'm on board. That is so special. And so like before we started recording, you did mention like you have been really successful in like law school and you've done a lot of achievements in your life. Like I'd love to hear about where you come from. Like obviously you have an accent. So
yes, 100%.
Where you come from and to where you are now.
So raised in Rio, Brazil. And by a teenager, I moved to Vancouver in Canada, and I was always back and forth with Florida as well. My accent's very funny. Like I can change accents as well. Like I used to play a lot with this, but I can tell that I'm a citizen of the world with the gratitude of a South American. Like there was a why that I was from that place, because I can see that your worst day, think about now the worst day you ever had in Australia. The worst is the daydream of millions and millions of people from back home. Know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, if I say this sometimes, I don't even like saying a story, because if I tell a story, you might not sleep, because I know Australians are very empathetic and sensitive. So I prefer to not say anything. Know what I mean? So that's why I believe this also contributed for who I am and my experience with the planet. It's an illusion, like at the same time that we are very unique, we're experiencing journeys similar with so many people around the globe. That, you know what I mean? That's what is amazing. And in the Gold Coast, I've been seeing the most unique people. I don't know if you have been feeling this. So many unique people in this city.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And that's why I believe like you attract your people, your vibe attracts your tribe. Yes. And so that is why I believe like I then met you as well. So I'd love to hear like your experience of why did you reach out to me? How come we met? Why do you believe that is so? And where are we all going? These conscious creators that are connecting on the Gold Coast, where do you believe this is all going?
So Elise, I've been like in late 20s as I am. If you think about the early 20s there are today, it's a different kind, not a different generation. We're the same, but there is a gap in between those ages. And I'm seeing a lot of 20, 19, 21-year-old people like who I was. Like I was one of the beginners to be this way. I was already a lawyer at 20, you know what I mean? Like people was 25, 20, let's enjoy life. No, the Matrix is making people older and older inside the Matrix. So they're at 40 doing dances and thinking like it's just an example. And so as soon as I met you, you were one of the first ones of this early 20s, because you were 21, that I really have the chance to talk. And I said, wow, it's like I'm talking to a 35-year-old woman. Is someone that's really putting effort. Said I really want to get to know this person more, and the way that I feel with you. And that's what I always do with people that I get close, I need to feel that I'm myself. Then I said, hey, sorry, I'm extremely busy, but if you want to come to this meeting here with me, and you came, and we always have a very respectable friendship. How amazing, like we can talk about this. You're raised more by your father, raised more by my mom, like this so much. And I remember we talk and we dream, and I remember when we went out, even with our friend Giglio, we went out to Tropic Vibes. Wow. And so that's what I think. I think the Gold Coast has been the meeting point. Australia has the indigenous people, and they used to say, and I heard this, because imagine the benefit of talking to everyone is that you're gonna learn from a lot of cultures. I know more about the indigenous people in Australia than Australians, because they never had a chance to speak with one. But what happened is, when you talk to people, you understand their frustrations, you understand why, and then we can just, communication is key. So I remember talking to one of them, and many of them told me, because confirmed with me, Gold Coast to Byron Bay, the meeting point. That's where people, all the indigenous, used to walk far, far away to meet here. Research about it. And that's what is happening on the planet right now. People from the four winds, the four directions of wind, north, south, east and west, are gathering here. So that's how I feel.
It's like the great gathering.
It is a great gathering happening, the Gold Coast.
Why do you think that is?
If you research history, like you go to history and you see Nelson Mandela changed the world, Jesus Christ changed the world, or Buddha changed. It's not them. They're just the leader, the face. I mean, imagine if in 2000 years, like imagine if, just an example, Mitchell Orville changed the world, my best friend, but I was there to help, and you were there to help. Like, it's a group of people. So I believe that it's a group of people that are preparing themselves for the best that is yet to come.
That is so special. And like, I'd love to talk more about you and how you show up in the world. Like, yes, you are such a beaming light. You're shining bright like a diamond.
Shining bright like a diamond. That is what
you always say to me, yeah? So I know that the listeners would be tuning in, and I think that this would really apply to them, is on your social media, you're always going up to people, random people on the street. Hey, what is the secret meaning to life?
Oh my gosh, that's true.
So my first question is, what is the meaning of life, Deej? And the second one is, what would be like, how do you have that confidence to go out and just ask random strangers on the street this question?
Can I start with the second one?
Of course you can.
Well, always make me feel a little bit on the spot. What is the secret of life? Because I change a lot with the secret, because I ask so much, but I'm going to tell the secret of life today.
We're always
how
changing.
I feel today. Thank you so much. But the second one, living in different countries, and I was born this way. Can you believe? My mom, my father, they all told this about me. I have many memories being very young and going, I love people. I love connection. I mean, I love connecting with people. So I believe that once I can connect with Putin, Vladimir Putin. I can connect with Hitler, like any person, no matter who they are. Everyone wants to be accepted, respected, and loved. So that's what I realized, that people are really here to make connections, and a lot of people don't to go talk to him. Go one day talk to the most, like the scariest guy in a restaurant, and he's gonna be the kindest one. There is a big chance. It's just how you like we perceive things. As we were talking, we can talk after. And the secret of life for me right now, 2023 January, is the present moment.
Tell me more.
Wow, the present moment, like now, is the secret of life. Because this matrix that we live is always making us think about the future, about the past, what we're going to make and what happened to me and my traumas and my anxiety. And the thing that I love a lot about Jesus is he said he would, daily bread, give me my daily bread. Bread comes from the Hebrew word, like everything that I need. It's not only bread. You cannot only live with it, like water, bread, maybe some cereals, maybe a nice house, like depending on what you need. Depending on what God wants to give you, what you want to receive, and what you wanted to create. It's your decisions as well. And I believe that's the present moment. I really believe that the present moment is the secret of life. In the present, every time I have a thought, sometimes I go away. To come back takes time, and I'm learning more and more. The matrix today, or the system that we live, is dopamine after dopamine after dopamine. So it's hard to find people that can focus. So this is something that I believe that the ones that can focus, I said, to get where I am, are the ones that are also going to succeed in many ways.
So what would be maybe your 3 tips for the listeners on how to be more present in their life?
breath working. Wow. I'm going to show you after some videos that I did when I get anxiety.
Yeah.
You're going to see my face. I get white, like my blood pressure goes down. Yeah, and I start breathing. I learned with Mitchell and Lino.
Yeah. I'm releasing a podcast next week, so it will already be up when yours is out, with Scott Wallace, and I speak about my experience doing one-on-one breathwork with him too.
Wow, that's amazing.
I love it.
I already done. He's an amazing legend. Lino,
he's beautiful.
Kiss in your hand.
Lino's amazing.
So breath working, breathing really makes you present. Mm-hmm. Second, fitness.
Yeah.
Taking care of your body is not only soul and mind. You know what I mean? My mind is already taken care for my whole life. I already studied a lot. My mind is always circulating. You know, like I can read a book like this is our mind as well. So I love God. But the body as well, fitness. It's gonna make you more present. It's gonna make you more aware. It's gonna make you appreciate you more. So breath working, fitness, and the third tip to be more present. It's so many that I would give, but I would say, do what you enjoy. Do what we really enjoy and be able to say no. Because once you're in the... Look at this. When you're doing something that you don't want to do, it's hard to be present.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's hard to be present when you're doing something that you did not want to do. So many examples I can give. Just think about your life. I'm going to think about my life. How many things we said yes and we didn't want to be there and you could even leave the present. Or just anxious to leave, or, what did I do?
And I love this because it kind of segues perfectly into what I was going to ask you next. And it's in regards to the matrix.
Wow.
Because you keep mentioning this word matrix, and I really want to go a little bit deeper into that. And I believe it works perfectly because you mentioned that to be present, you need to be doing what you love to do. So leaning off that thread into the matrix, like how can people get out of the matrix? What is it, first of all? How can they get out of it so they can then actually do more of what they want to do in their life?
So I believe that the matrix, I have many beliefs about the system and many beliefs about how things work, but I think the focus today, whatever you want to hear, but I believe that the matrix is a dark system. What they do is for people live like machines. People live without emotion. It's a very different type of life from the one that I try to have, because it's a life that it's an illusion. Everything's an illusion there. What I say is that you can always see things through two lenses, through this matrix or without the matrix. I'm just going to give an example. Social media. You can go there. Someone is better than me, has the best body, better body than me. Oh, someone is richer than me. Oh, someone is this. I hate this person. Look at the energy. Look at this matrix. In my opinion, it's an illusion. That's why it's the word that was created on a movie that I like using as well. Or you can go and see, wow, look how many people I can reach. Wow, I cannot believe I'm talking to someone from Europe. Wow, I'm talking to thousands of people in one thing. Whoa, that's so nice. Do you know what I mean? So, and then you can see, matrix, you're going to work in something that you don't like. You're not going to take care of your body. You know what I mean? It's going to be this illusion of this system that grows that for people to work, get sick and die. Think about how many people are dying because they're sick and why they're sick. There are a lot of people dying right now that they could pay the whole hospital. They could just write a check for the hospital, but no, money has no spiritual value. And we're not going to take money from here. No, we're not going to end it up there. Oh, here I have $2.5 million in my account. I want to pay here this house. No, there's nothing there. So that's how I see, I see the matrix, this system that is created as an illusion for us to not live our best selves.
What do you love to do?
I love doing physical activity today. Even though it's very hard, I've been enjoying a lot. I love breathing. I love sauna. I love simply leaving my house or for a walk or drive somewhere that I far away by myself and know that I always gonna know someone. I love having this feeling that I know someone is gonna be there, or I'm gonna meet someone amazing. I know something's gonna happen. Sometimes I like the unexpected. I like being able to live a comfortable life since I was really young. I never had problems with money. So I'm grateful for this, so sometimes it's easier for me. Sometimes I explain this, maybe it was easier because I was always able to master this energy. It's only an energy. that serve us. We don't serve this energy. And so much more. I love having my friends. I love my inner circle. I love being a father. As you said, is one of the most amazing experiences a man could have. I was so selfish before Nathan. I didn't realize how selfish I was, because it's so hard for you to be selfless with a kid or with someone, to put someone else in front of your needs.
What is the biggest like lessons that you have learned being a father?
That he's gonna copy my mistakes and I need to change ASAP everything that is wrong. That breaks my heart because he's looking at me. So I need immediately to change a lot of things that I know is gonna only bring hurt for him. Because we know our weaknesses. If you're aware, like if you tell that you don't have a weakness, I'm sorry, you're lying. Everyone has mistakes. Oh, I don't have mistakes. Okay, let's do this now. Like John told me, I never made a mistake or have a mistake. I'm gonna open now on the sky this screen, and we're gonna see now all the thoughts you have, everything you did in your life. No, don't show this, please. Okay. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Wow. Okay. So what was like the biggest thing for you that you were like, all right, I need to fix that ASAP?
My addiction to cell phone. My addiction to cell phone, that I don't see as an addiction as someone doing a drug, but an addiction for always being doing things and replying people quickly. You know what I mean? Because my son is like, because kids, no matter how much money you have, no matter how successful he is, no matter how big your house is or how amazing your car is, they want quality time. They want to grow. Their souls want to learn. Their bodies want to grow. You know, so you need to give quality time. So that was, I have to chance that I need to give quality time to my son. So it's another thing that I have to add it up on top of everything that I do, that I'm going to say, Diogo, it is the hardest, but it is the best as well. So good to have a mini you. And I think every Homo sapien, every person should experience at least having someone under you that you have to guide and love, or to be selfless.
Yeah, because in a way it really keeps you accountable to be in integrity with the things that you say, the things that you do. Everything.
Because one day your son did you realize the mistakes your parents did today? It's just an example, something like you realize one day, they realize, like everyone realized that your father used to do drugs, just an example. When you get older, it's just an example.
I think like for me personally, my belief is that we choose our parents when we come here. We choose our parents because their beliefs or the environment that we grow up in allows us to grow and develop exactly to who we are needed to be. So any challenges or obstacles or limitations from our childhood or underprivileges, that karma becomes your dharma.
Wow, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. So that becomes like your mission, that overcoming those limiting beliefs, or like for me, it's been a lot of money beliefs. And I'm curious because you said that wasn't an issue for you. So I'd love to hear like your money beliefs in a second. But yeah, for me, it's like learning how to rewire and change the way I have grown up to think. And obviously I've been very privileged in the way that I've grown up, but also like just how can I be the best version of myself, knowing that I have this solid, amazing foundation. Like how can I grow and expand to be better every single day? How can I choose to be the best version of myself? How can I show up? How can I think to be better, to have the most impact that I can have?
Wow. Great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
And so like I'd love to hear your money beliefs. And I'd also like to go into, what do you think?
Well, once you were talking about this, my mind was going.
Yeah.
And I like so amazingly, and I understand why the money. I understand why, because I believe if you put effort and get educated, because the same way this matrix that we look, there are rules. You know what I mean? There are rules in this universe that not everything we are in the world. We also live here. You know, we are experiencing life here, so balance is everything. So in this system that was created, if you study hard, or if you work hard, or if you put effort on things and you have integrity, money is not gonna be a problem. So I realized this when I was younger through my family, seeing all my family doing this. You know what I mean? My family is very honest in business, have a lot of integrity in doing and saying. So I'm a result of what I saw my family members doing as well. So that's what I believe, that's how I never had one worry, because why it's gonna be bad for me if I did universities, that I studied really hard, that I have people that trust me, that I do what I say. So that's integrity and education and hard work. I believe that's how I did in this way, and the mindset as well.
Yeah, doing what you love.
Doing what you love.
Your heart. And so in a way, do you believe that like with the businesses that you've created and the community that you're cultivating at the moment, do you think that the success that's come from that has been a part of like your energy and the fact that you've attracted that from that energy of like, I'm going to follow the steps and also trust in that it's going to all work out?
Yes, faith is everything, as you said. And once I had a mission, as I told you, I knew I had steps to go through. And one thing about me is to be a provider. You know what I mean? Do you have a moment for me to tell a quick story?
Of course I do.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to tell this story.
Stories.
This is a story that changed my life forever. So there was this guy in the village back in the days. There was this guy in the village, in the tribe, that he was healthy. He was young, but he was counting on everyone for everything. I don't know if you ever met this type of people that was always counting your money on for you to do things. They think the whole world owed them things. But there is a moment that no one wants to be around this person anymore. It's normal. It's an energy that the person needs to be by themselves to learn. So this guy went to the forest, and after getting in the forest, very upset because no one in the villa liked him, and was a little bit in like the evening came, and he saw this wolf, like a huge, strong wolf, but the wolf didn't have two legs, like two paws. He said, "Whoa, this wolf's not gonna attack me. How this wolf can survive? Cannot even move." You know what I mean? And then he saw a huge lion coming with a lot of meat in the mouth. Huge lion coming. And the lion threw the meat to the wolf, and the wolf ate everything, and the lion went away. And then the guy thought, wow, I'm just going to stand here. And that means that someone's going to bring me food and water and everything that I need. You know, and one day passed by, 2 days, 3, and then no one came, and the guy died. And then he came to God and said, "God, what happened? Why no one came?" And long story short, I showed you the lion giving the steak, like the meat, to the wolf for you to be the lion. And that's the tribe we come from, the Lion of Judah.
Wow.
I'm a provider since I'm really young for many people, and I will be keeping being a provider. Know what I mean? That's how I think. Like, I accepted this call of being a provider. And a lot of people have this call, they get anxious, they get nervous. But if you have the call to be a provider, you will be. And that was my mindset. I have a provider mindset. I hire people on a Friday without even having work for them on Monday. Right? But on Sunday night, someone calls. Or don't worry, it's going to come. Because once you're bringing kindness and you want to help, it's going to come back. Because our heart creates things for when we have an authentic desire to help someone. That's how I also saw it. Thank you for listening. Like, it's been a very deep conversation. Like, wow, so good to be with someone that I actually know for quite a while now. Yeah. But I mean, I feel very comfortable being here and talking to you. We're just catching up with a microphone and the earphones. Sometimes I think, oh my gosh, my mind went away. But this is me. Yeah. I wonder a lot.
It's perfect. And I believe that most of our conversations, we should probably have a microphone and record it, because so many people need to hear like us talking together. I agree. When we talk together, we co-create together. I agree. I totally agree with you. Elise, I am in shock on how good you are with the microphone, with the camera. I'm telling you, you're doing really well. You. It's like Eminem. If you have one shot, one opportunity, would you give who knows? It's one person that can change us. One person that is watching this video can look at you and say, you know what? I'm going to invite Elise to do this. And this changes your life. Yeah. So one person can change your life. Why not say hello to many? Why not try to connect to many or be open to many? Just, you know what I mean? So then you watch. Someone will change your life, just like where we are just talking, where you're living and how grateful you are for all those things that come. It's one person that changes our lives. And the person is me. Because when I'm in that highest energy, I will attract people, I will attract opportunities, situations that on my highest trajectory, that are here for my highest good. Like, for example, if I wasn't like willing to step into my uncomfortable zone and go to a new networking place where I didn't know anybody, I wouldn't have met you. If I didn't say yes to going on a business meeting with you, I wouldn't have gotten to know who you are, and we wouldn't be having this conversation here today.
That is true. It's a combination of us doing and receiving.
Yes, of course.
Giving and receiving.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Like, in order to receive, you also need to be able to work on that within yourself. And I think like it's like the only thing that you can control is you. You can never actually control things that are external to you. So rather than placing that, like, there's always hope and faith. However, if you have that hope and faith within yourself to know that you are a good person and that what you want is real and it is coming for you, then I believe you will attract that through just your energy. And
thank you for sharing. Always learning with you.
Yeah.
Always learning. That's the secret, I believe, in this generation elevation, to not let religion, to not let beliefs be 100% right in your brain. At the moment that you get there, that 100% you believe in, you're not open to talk, that's where racism comes from. Mm-hmm. That's where like so many evil comes from, when you're not open anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm open to learn with you, as I always been.
Yeah.
And I always leave you with so many lessons.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. How do you get your knowledge?
That is a very great question.
Yes.
I believe that I have lived many lifetimes before this one.
Wow. So it's only in you. You just feel in you.
I've had the absolute like privilege and honor of being able to attract amazing mentors into my life.
Yes.
And that leads me on to Simon, my housemate, and who I did a podcast with earlier last year. He mentioned to me that luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. And I think
wow, that is true.
That is why you and I are both so lucky. And people would look at us
lucky, we only find who is prepared.
100%.
If you're not prepared, luck is not gonna come.
And that is why I say that the person that you will attract to change your life is you. Because as soon as you step into that preparedness, that is when you will receive that luck, because opportunities are every single day.
Wow.
True?
100% true. 100.
Yes, 100. And like that is why I see you and resonate with you so much, because you are an opportunist. You are so prepared and so ready.
Oh, so ready for an opportunity.
Yeah.
I live by opportunity.
Yeah.
I love seeing the opportunities coming, because it's the way for me to be blessed and be able to bless the ones around me.
Yeah.
It's not only us. Like when I look at you, Elise, I don't look only you. I look at everyone that is in your inner circle. When you look at me, it's not only me, look at everyone that is in my inner circle. We're here to bless the ones we love. You know what I mean? And that's why sometimes with my mission, it's hard for me to even have a partner, as I was talking to you before. Because first, I was always going to put God. Second, myself. And then my partner, then my son. But I know it will be an amazing father, an amazing partner. So what happened today as well is that we're putting each other in first, in second, in third. So look how many divorces are happening every hour. Look how many toxic relationships are happening all the time. And that's one of the things that I believe we're also here to help. Because we need to do the work on us so we cannot hurt other people.
100%. 100.
100.
DJ has a 100 tattoo on his arm, by the way. So I agree, because the thing with that is same with money and also relationships, that will emphasize every single part of you, your light and your shadow.
I agree.
So if you haven't done that inner work on your shadow aspects of yourself, that person will mirror all of you back to you, the things that you love about you and the things that you do not, or that you weren't actually aware of. And that is why I believe that there's so many like divorces and things like that going on. One, I believe that yes, there's more people are realizing that they have a choice, and two, that these people have gone into relationships from a wounded space of not actually doing that inner work and knowing who they are and what they actually want in the first place.
Wow. Well done. Well done. Like, it's exciting to see how younger we are coming with focus on personal development, because success is not money, it's not where you work, it's not how we look, it's not how many followers you have, it's the person that you become. Because all the other things, if you have a good team, if you work hard, you can achieve. But to become the best version of yourself is the only one that is not going to be only your team. It's not like it's going to be you, like versus you. It's when that alarm rings in the morning, you think, am I going to leave this bed? Or am I going to another 30 minutes? It's when you have you have an amazing opportunity to take a risk on an investment and you know that is right and you go and gamble the money. No, how many people already done this? Imagine how many. So that's it, to choosing. Every day we wake up, we have hundreds of decisions. If you can put light in our decisions and if you can say, wow, what is the best for me? And what I learned recently, and is the father that I want to be. I don't want to give to Nathan what he wants. I want to give what he needs. And that's the same in my life. I don't want to give me what I want. I want to give me what I need so I can give to others, because we cannot give what we don't have. It's an illusion to think we can give what we don't have. That's why so many people that do comedy, they kill themselves. They're giving from a place that doesn't even exist. So death will come. It's hard to not live a life connected to yourself. It's death. It's like it's suffering, it's struggling. And we always struggle, don't get me wrong. But the way that you look at this and the way that you see this journey, the faith that you have and how you perceive others and how you're spreading kindness and joy, that makes the whole difference.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for listening.
That was so powerful.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Wow. Okay. So for the listeners, where can they find you if they want to know more about you? They want to follow your funny prank videos that you do with Mitch. So
the funny and prank videos with Mitch is that when we are together, we laugh so much. I said, Mitch, why don't we show a little bit? Because people are dragged by joy. So you can drag more people by joy and laughter and be able to show who we are, to impact and to just... Because we already impact a lot of people physically. Why not in the online? The online world is a blessing. And as I was telling you, the online world has been so good for me to forgive people. So good for me to forgive my father, family members, because I see how people perceive you. Because like imagine 100 people, 60 is gonna love, 60 they're gonna love you, 60 they're gonna love Dij, think I'm a cool guy. You know what I mean? 50 is gonna be, I don't know about this guy. And then 5, and that's it, 5 is gonna think I'm a womanizer. Other 5 that I just want to get laid with girls. 5 is going to think I'm gay, which I said, wow, I didn't know this. It's just an example, but it's good. So I can forgive family members that used to play this with me or other friends. It's making me, wow, it's not even me. It's just perceptions from people. So social media is good for you to see what other people perceive about you. So a lot of those things that they perceive, you think, is that me? If it is you, change. Amazing. We are here to help one another. But if it's not you, wow, it's not me. So it's not going to affect me because I know who I am. You know, and you know who you are. How amazing is that when you know who you are, you sleep well. And how important is sleep? Sleep now is soon you're going to see everything will be sleep. Sleep many hours. Like a man that doesn't sleep at 25 has less testosterone than a 40-year-old man that sleeps.
Wow.
So sleep. So you know.
Get to sleep, guys.
Get to sleep. Have a nap. Siesta. Very good after. We can talk for ages.
We can.
Thank you.
So, well, how do you deal with, like, obviously you have a large online presence and you obviously connecting with Mitch a lot as well.
Yes.
Like, how do you deal with your life like that, being in the spotlight, obviously with Nathan and everything as well?
Wow. What I can tell you is that being his best friend and brother and seeing him pretty much on a daily basis and sharing life with a brother so good with his family, like was a big energy that he exchanged with me as well. Like it's a lot of things that happen that we keep to ourselves because we believe that if we help someone and we're showing others that we already received our reward. But if you help someone and we keep to ourselves, we're receiving different rewards. You know what I mean? That's how we believe. So we join a lot to bring light to the planet, to bring goodness. It is overwhelming sometimes it is overwhelming, but the joy and gratitude and happiness that I feel is so much higher. Like it's like I'm really aligned and I was born to do this. If I could finish everything, I would give my law degree, I would finish my construction company, I would finish all the business I invest, and I would only express who I am on social media or other ways. This is who I always was since I was really young, and my family didn't let me do it. And now, because when you were young, they used to call me crazy, but then I became very successful in many ways in my life. They call me eccentric. change the world. So now that I'm eccentric, I can do it. I can stop everything because I know what I mean, because I don't need to prove like makes sense. But I wish I could. Yeah, I know if I did this when I was really young, I know in my heart, wow, I'm sure I would be done several movies and like so much.
Same. I agree.
Like, but there is a time for everything. Yeah. So I'm grateful for the DJ that is here now. I mean, the alcohol is not gonna get me. Drugs are not gonna get me. With all due respect, young or any pretty woman is not what is gonna get me. My mission, my vision, and my values. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. I'm ready.
Yes, she's ready. So how do my listeners find you? What's your Instagram?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Diogo Giglio O. After the Giglio, there is a no after. And can also find me on TikTok. Is DJ Mitch. We created a page together that is going super well. And like I am starting to go to more podcasts. I'm gonna create maybe a LinkedIn, like a link tree, so people can see all the ones I've been. But there are many things happening. I'm gonna be exposing myself more and more. It's a year that I'm getting more and more prepared to be exposed in front of cameras, to come to talk to people, show a little bit who I am. And like I'm Dij. Like sometimes in the morning I'm seeing a whole group of gym. Then I'm going to see a huge development that we are building, and we're full of houses, and talking to real estates and people in the property market. And I'm talking to the engineer and making the decision and talk to the clients. And suddenly I'm managing Mitchell Orville because I help managing him and helping him and Chloe, organizing everything, having a reading the contract. Then I go to a law firm, and then suddenly I go to the cafe that I invested. And then suddenly I'm in my office, my construction business office. And then suddenly my son shows up. My PA brought my son, and the party starts, and everyone is, well, what is going on? Then I arrive home. Like my life is every time something new with the things I live, and I love. And I always say, living life, you know what I mean? Living life. And I'm privileged. I was privileged by my family. I took the opportunity, as you said, for being born when I was born. And now I'm here, ready to share more about who I am, ready to create more projects, ready to bring the name of Australia to other nations, ready to really be the bridge between locals and immigrants, ready to express how is a life with kindness, how to express how is a life being a man connect with his feminine energy, what is a man that master money and is able to have friends that believe on him and have several shareholders, how is to be a father, how is to have a co-parent relationship or friendship, and so much more that I got through experience, that I got through observing, that I got through choosing light over my life. And the times that I chose darkness, I learned the mistakes and said, I need to move on. I need to learn, because no trees can reach heaven without the roots reaching hell first.
Wow. Thank you for letting your light shine.
Thank you. Wow. I just felt to share this. I feel comfortable with you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
So before we finish up today, I have one last question.
Please send it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
So,
your questions are powerful.
Because I am powerful.
Yes, you are.
So if you were to channel in a message, like whether that be intuition, through God, source, energy, the first thing that comes to your mind, what do you believe the listeners need to hear right now?
If I gave you $84,600 every day, as soon as you woke up, you would have $84,600. And I would say, and it would tell you, tomorrow I'm going to give you the same amount in the morning as soon as you wake up. But you're going to have to spend everything. And whatever you don't spend, it's gone. Would you not do everything to spend and invest and use that money every day? Wouldn't you do everything? If like, I can imagine sometimes going 10 o'clock at night and go, I take it 30, great. Take 40K. We have 84,600 seconds in our day. And what do we do with this time? It's what differentiates us. And that's what I want to, that's the message I want to send. Use your time wisely. Say no to the things that are damaging you. Say yes for the things that your intuition is telling you to do. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being a part of the Generation Elevation community. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a 5-star rating, written review, share, and tag me on Instagram at elise.riley. Until next time, keep loving, keep learning, and keep rising.